What is up, everybody? I have something I just want to talk about real quick because I just happened to have seen this. Oh, I can just go. It's right here. Nice. So let me go ahead and start this at the beginning of this. So I'm gonna guess somebody got fired or they quit. I'm not really quite sure, but this definitely does not look good for Niantic one bit. So this is a review from a former or from a yeah from a former employee for over more than a year. It says if you're a passionate game dev, avoid this place. Not recommended, not CEO approval, not business outlook. So like this right here don't look good. What also doesn't look good is there's a paragraph of just what cons there are of working at Niantic, which you know I'm gonna go over all of it, read through all of this. But before I do, Niantic, this is definitely not how you should be be making be making people feel and shit working at your company. But let's hop into this. I'll be stopping and all that and giving my opinion on some of the stuff. So also, if you haven't, go give Singaporean Grandma Pogo E or Pokeverse Karen over on Twitter a follow, because this is how I found this. Be sure that that y'all show this person some love and all that. But as we get into this, let's go. So the pros for this, which it's kind of hilarious that it's so small, but it says people are generally so loving and kind and helpful. Lots of passion from fans around Pokemon Go. So many years later, great environment. If you're also a Pokemon fan, you know that's a pretty good pro. It's like some good pros right here. Like if you want to work with nice people and all that, that's at least good that they're nice and helpful and all that, and that there's a lot of passion or whatever from the fans, which we already know. It's a great environment. I'm gonna guess the like the game and like this like stuff that doesn't involve the higher ups is great environment. So that's at least good. But now, since there really wasn't much pros to this, we get to just go straight into the cons. Now these cons, like it could just be somebody being mad. It could just be somebody who just despises Niantic now because of what's said in this. But as we read through this, we can start deciding and all that how we really feel about it at the end. Alright, so this is the start of the cons. Some of the most misguided leadership, especially at exec level, and a lot of poor product managers, which we kind of already know and seen that or how Pokemon Go is becoming. It is becoming a poor product. It's becoming horrible. Like there's so much lag in it, all that shit, and everything else. It definitely needs it definitely needs work. And if the leadership whatever isn't doing what they're supposed to be doing, the game ain't gonna get better. But working on a mobile game, no matter where you work, is soul sucking. The entire premise of a mobile game is to intentionally leave in friction to make players pay to avoid. So it's like, like making a mobile game is supposed to like make people leave. I see. Like this confuses me. Like, cause like I'm guessing that they're saying that Niantic is trying to make the game more pay for everything to avoid everything or something. I'm not really quite sure what this really means. So, and if anybody knows, like, just let me know, because this really kind of confused me. But it's scummy and awful. I worked on Pokemon Go for about a year, and I really do believe PGO is one of the better, like in quotation marks, better mobile games out there, and it still makes me never want to work on a mobile game ever again. So like that's kind of messed up. You know, like if Pokemon Go is making somebody whatever who is trying to do these types of jobs never want to do one of these jobs, that's just horrible. But so from like what I'm guessing is that they are trying to say that Niantic is just trying to just make the game pay to play, you know, just to avoid everything else. Like they're just like we don't care, we're gonna make you pay for it anyway. Is what I'm getting from from this parts of it. But multiple times I pitched new quality of life improvements for the game that were small, easy, required no art designs, etc. Which I mean that's fucked up. You know, like if it doesn't take like new art or designs to put anything in there, I don't see why that wouldn't be a good idea because that's saving money. You know, for a company who thinks everything's that or that thinks that it's not all about money, even though it is all about money because they're raising everything. That 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 right there would be an easy way to save a little bit, but and got stopped every step of the way by either my own product manager, a business person, awaiting approval from partners. So that's messed up right here. You know, like if he's trying to make things happen for the game and their own product managers or a business person or somebody waiting for approval, like this isn't too great of a company to be trying to keep having all their stuff going, is it? Uh, all of their reasons were also on feel no on any actual data to support the claims. They made that my feature was a bad idea or would hurt revenue. I, I don't see how they think that somebody else's ideas are going to hurt revenue when they lost a good portion of revenue by just making remote raid passes trash nowadays. Like, if we went back to remote raids where they were 100 poke coins for one and 200 poke coins for three, or even 300 poke coins for three, I bet you that they would have so much more money coming in. And also, I can't forget, also remove the limit because Pokemon Go shouldn't have to be played how they want us to play it. Like we all download the game, we all play the game differently. So like if we don't want to be that person that's out there spending like a hundred to $1,000 on remote raid passes, don't don't make the rest of the game whatever have to be about that too. Not everybody's gonna sit and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna take my $100 and spend it on nothing but remote raid passes so I can raid all day." No, some people are smart and they actually take their money and they go and buy stuff they need other than just Pokemon Go stuff. Now there are people out there. I'm not gonna say that there aren't that would choose $100 worth of remote raid passes over food, water, whatever else they actually needed. Which, if that's the case, then those people would ever need to be able or need to have some sort of like money manager and all that. But they wouldn't even let me test on it on a subset of players to prove my claim. This happened at least 2 to 3 times before I just said, forget it. I'm not coming up with prototyping, demoing, and pitching new unique ideas at this company if they don't want to hear my ideas, which I wouldn't either. Like if you're sitting there, like trying to help them make more, like or make the game better and everything, and all they want to do is just be like, nah, we're gonna do this instead. Then why would you want to give them ideas or or test out their games or try to put stuff into the game, any of the games that they have? If all they're gonna do is just be like, nope, you're right, nope, your idea is dumb, we're gonna do what we want to do. Like I don't know with this game or this company much more. It really might just completely nosedive itself. But uh, it was outstandingly infuriating if you are a game developer who cares a lot about making quality video games that respect and care about their players. I don't recommend working here or at any mobile game studio. Which this is a lot to have to take in, because if they're saying that Pokemon or that Niantic is barely better than the majority of all these other game studios for mobile, then there really might be something, whatever that we may have to just stop doing and stop playing so many of these mobile games and feeding them money and all that. If you're pretty indifferent about it, but like games and Pokemon, you might be fine here. So like maybe, if some of this, if any of this stuff doesn't seem toxic to you, then more power to you. Go jump in their lap, and you can try to work for Niantic if you want to, I guess. Now we're at the advice to management. I don't know if I've ever seen advice to management from any of these review things, but I could be wrong. But they say do like a lot better. They really do need to do better, just for the whole community, for Pokemon Go, Monster Hunters, uh, Pikmin. I think is still a game, and then that weird one that's got the weird little fluffy goat-looking things. Pretend like you make a globally played product with tons and tons of players counting on you to make their favorite game good. Just because you lost favor with them a while ago doesn't mean you should dig the hole deeper. Which this is just pure facts. All they want to do is just dig themselves deeper. All because they're mad at us as a community that we did not let them go and do everything that they wanted to do, because not everybody can play the game the same way. And like them, like if they're so worried about uh losing revenue to stuff, they're losing revenue without even doing anything with any of the people that are underneath, I believe. Like it's just straight at the top. They're like, nope, get rid of them. We don't want people to be able to raid wherever they want. We need to get rid of them. And it came down to an argument of, well, they're not getting rid of them, but they're going to be limited to 5 a day. Which that's dumb as shit. Like, you're going to make us pay 500 some coins for 3 passes, and then we would literally have to spend another 500 and some coins just to do 2 more of those. So you're spending like $11, $12, and which is I'm converting like into U.S. dollars, so it could be more expensive for other people, which I know that where they just increased like 3 or 4 places or in-game shop or whatever up. But it's like $11, $12 for 6 raid passes. You're basically spending twice as much for half of the amount you're spending. Which I don't know. Niantic needs to just be put somewhere in their place, or the main people of it do, because this is just bullshit. I just want to talk about that with y'all real quick. If you're having a good day, hopefully that shit stays good. If you're having a bad day, hopefully that shit gets better. And I will catch you all in the next video.